Hello, welcome to Andy's Beer Reviews. Thanks for joining for this latest review, which is this, and I'm sorry for you guys that don't like lager. It is another lager. It is probably Spain's, it's probably one of the most famous lagers in the world, San Miguel. Definitely Spain's most famous beer. Originally from the Philippines. Didn't know that, but it's originally from the Philippines. Started from the Philippines in 1890, and I think it was 1950s when it was actually launched in Spain. Let's crack it open. Yeah, so those of you who've stayed with me through this journey, I thought that was going to explode then for a second. I've got two more lagers, and then that's it for a while. Then I've got proper beers coming up, some nice craft beers coming up as well. So I'm going to take these things in some kind of order. Otherwise, like I've said on previous videos, I just end up with a load of beers and lagers I don't particularly want to drink, which is why I've ended up with a load of these, to be fair. I was going to look in a little book, so I don't know if this is one. Excuse me while I'll look in my little book and just see if this tells me how much I paid for this one. Cross that one off because I had that one yesterday. No, I haven't got this one listed down, unfortunately, so I don't know how much I paid for this. I'll try and remember, and I'll try and have a little comment to say how much these kind of go for. So San Miguel, it's the special version, and I think, and I'm really bad at this at the moment, it's 5% ABV. I thought it was 5% ABV. I started off this little accidental series of these videos by saying how disappointed I was with European lagers. Actually, I've quite enjoyed them. There's been some good ones, the Peroni, the Kronenberg, and the Angelo Peretti from yesterday. Really nice. I mean, they're not 10 out of 10 lagers, but do you know what? They're all right. See what this is like. So this is 5% ABV. It's, that's what I like about this more than anything else. That is just such an iconic and recognisable brand. And here's a quick look. I bet this is brewed in the UK. Because just want to, yeah. So this is brewed and bottled by Carlsberg in the UK. So we'll have a ride to this. That's recognisable because anybody who's been on holiday in Spain, every bar, every restaurant sells this stuff, which is why I recognise it so much. But this is the UK brewed version, so I'm going to have that as a little rider to this video. This isn't the Spanish brewed one. This is the UK brewed one. So that's poured a clear, dark golden colour. With it was a nice head actually. I've yabbed on until it's receded. It's been one of those weeks at work. It's receded a little bit, but it actually a really nice white head. Let's get the aroma, shall we? I was expecting. Do you know what? I've had this so often abroad. But like I said, this is the UK brewed version. I don't know if I've ever had this over here. Really strange, but I don't think I've ever had this in the UK. It's a really, really bland, sweet malt aroma. I'm getting nothing else from it at all. No, just a bland, sweet malt. Not a hint of hop or anything. Just sweet malt. Shame. I was actually quite looking forward to this. I thought it might have regressed me a little bit like the Made Down Side did earlier, but I don't think it's going to. Right, let's taste, shall we? To all you lovely people that watch these, even though I talk shit. Cheers. I've got 660 millilitres of this to drink. It is okay. Flavour wise, let's have a look. You've got the sweet malt, generic lager, sweet malt, tick. Bland, hot flavour, a little bit citrusy, tick. A little bit peppery, you'd expect it when you hear tick. Bitterness, yeah, tick. It's got, to be fair, it's got a long bitterness in there. Meaning, I think it might last a little while. But it's really rough. It's a rough. It's a rough old finish to that. I'd like to know if anybody else gets that from this beer, or whether it's just a bad bottle. I might have to get another one and try it. Honestly, going to struggle to get through this beer, if I'm being absolutely brutally honest. A lot of the other lagers I've tried, I mentioned the Kronenberg, the Angelo Peretti, which was really nice. Prony. The back end, they all have a nice smoothness to them. Excuse me. Do apologise. This one hasn't. You couldn't describe it as smooth. The finish on it is really quite rough, and I don't like it. It's not the carbonation. There's plenty of carbonation there. Do you know what? It tastes a bit flat. It may just be a little bit dull, a little bit bland, a little bit lifeless, and I think that's just how it's being portrayed now in the flavour. This, do you know what? It's taken. I've had a lot of these this week, and this is the type of beer. This is the type of feeling I thought they all were. This kind of bland, uninspiring, low quality. It's what I thought they were all like. Don't get me wrong, it's not the worst lager I've ever had. I've had a lot worse, but I've had a lot better as well. It is what it is, isn't it? It's just it is what it is. I started off this because I had a load of macro European lagers. Keep calling European lagers, they're international, these brands, aren't they? International lagers up there that just had to be drunk at some time. Best before date, where will I find it? Excuse me while I hunt. It's a relatively new bottle, so it shouldn't be past its. But I can't find it on the neck. It's not on the neck. It's not on the label anywhere. I can't see a date underneath. It's not. Best before, please see bottle shoulder. Ah, here we go. Crikey. Don't see this stuff, do they? So best before October 23, right. So I'm not drinking a beer that's out of date. That's kind of what I wanted to check. So it's not an out of date beer. It's got a good 6 months left on it, 7 months left on it, because it's 22nd. I'm not sure it's the 22nd. I can't flipping find it again. This is good YouTube, this, isn't it, everybody? Me trying to find a flipping date on this thing. Oh, I can't find it again. I'm sure it's the 22nd of October. this year, so it's got plenty of time left on it. Because I'm drinking this on, yeah. So it's beginning of April, and I'm drinking this, and it's best before October. So there's plenty of time left on it. It's just a. I'm not even going to. Do you know what? I'm not even going to finish it. I'm finding it. I'm going to find it tough to finish this one. It's a. I'm not saying it's a bad beer. It's a rough beer, which I'm not going to down just for the sake of the video. Look wise, it looked alright. It's got a nice dark golden colour to it. Decent enough head. The aroma was bland. We just got a sweet malt on the aroma. Flavour wise, sweet malt. Really bland, citrusy. Excuse me, hot flavour. It's got a little bit of peppery spices on the back end. It can have a point for that, and it's got a decent long bitterness. The problem is that long bitterness is rough. It's really I drink Faxa. I liked Faxa. I don't drink it anymore, but I used to like Faxa, and that's as rough as a badger's ass. This is nearly there, I have to say. It's crisp. It is a little bit refreshing. It is a little bit refreshing. It's not, for me, it's not a particularly easy drinking beer. It's average. I'll tell you what, it is. When I look at the beers, the lagers I've had, the shit ones and the really nice ones, it's probably bang in the middle. So I'm going to score it 5 out of 10. It's a 5 out of 10 from Andy's Beer Reviews. It's worth not a single point more than that. I'm interested in your comments. You can't see it behind the glass, or maybe you can. I'm interested in your comments, to be fair, because I know a lot of people have had this. I don't want to know if you've had this in Spain, because in Spain this will be a different drink. But if you've had this in the UK, I'd just be interested to know what you think about it. Have I been too harsh? I don't think so. Yeah, comment, like, or if you loved it and you don't like what I've said about it, then dislike the video. It's perfectly alright to do so. If you're new around here, consider subscribing for more reviews like this. They're better than this usually. Until next review, everybody, whatever you're drinking, please enjoy it. Until the next review, cheers.